Hi, Hugh Lopdell here from Oak Park Chartered Accountants. This is a short, quick-fire video of two topics of current relevance to pharmacists. I'll comment on the buying and selling of pharmacies and the charging of fees. So here we go. We recently reran our series of videos on buying a pharmacy, and we received a number of emails from pharmacists, none of them wanting to buy, and all of them wanting to find a buyer. They're selling. And that's my comment. There are far more sellers than buyers in the market at the moment. Pharmacy is clearly a buyer's market. That's unfortunate timing for many who are ready to retire in the normal course of things, or who were bit burnt out before COVID and now really feel compelled to sell for stress reasons. I've covered the reasons for buyer reluctance in previous videos. High interest rates, high house prices, staffing shortages, perceived discounter risk, declining retail. They've all contributed to the perception in some young buyers' minds, making them hesitant. So it emphasises the benefit for pharmacy owners to get their succession plan in place well before you need to sell. Find a pharmacist who has the goods and you can offer the business to progressively. That's the best way to ensure you have a buyer ready to go, regardless of what the market is doing when you eventually do sell. If you're a seller that needs an external buyer, particularly in a remote area, it could be tough. You've probably exhausted the normal avenues. Talk to your wholesaler, advertising. If you've only asked your wholesaler, try asking the others. They're keen for the opportunity to win a new customer by finding you your buyer. You might need to use your network of pharmacist associates in the region to see if they know of anyone wanting to buy. You should be prepared to drop your price a little, negotiate, and or leave money in to help finance the sale. If you're a buyer, the world is your oyster. Finance is still the normal hurdle that it always was, but you should expect the seller to seriously consider vendor finance. And it's never been a better time to negotiate on price. Okay, that's buying and selling. The second topic is the charging of fees. Now, the Herald published a story recently of a Petone pharmacist charging for a consultation and getting pushback from a customer. In my view, and the view of others I respect in the industry, the game for pharmacy has definitely now changed. You are not going to get the long-awaited uplift in prescription remuneration you want. Wages have lifted 20% in the last 2 years, and your APAS uplift has not kept up with that. Inflation generally has lifted other overheads as well. Retail continues its decline. So services are now clearly the new game for pharmacy. They're no longer a nice to have. They are necessary now to offset those cost rises. So setting time aside to be strategic is hard to do as a small business owner. But in my time specialising in pharmacy, it's never been more crucial to be eyes wide open about this direction change. No new fit out should be happening that does not add a consulting space or two to your shop. Tiny shops with no consulting space, that is yesterday's model. You should be hesitant about buying a pharmacy with no consulting space at all if you're a young pharmacist, unless you can build in a fit out and take that out of the purchase price. So now you need to think about charging for services. It is a mental shift, not one you're probably comfortable with either. Most pharmacy owners I know didn't get into pharmacy to get rich. They have a caring perspective more than a business perspective or profit perspective. But it's time to get used to charging fees. The fact that pharmacists have given away valuable services forever is a barrier to overcome, but clearly the days of providing services are here, which means the days for getting used to charging fees is here. For example, if you're already participating in Recare's private minor ailments scheme, you already have to get used to charging a fair fee. I suggest you front foot it. Put a list of fees in some prominent spots around your pharmacy where it's unlikely customers will miss it. Always explain the fee cost before you deliver the service. It's hard to do. You're not there, you don't feel like you're there to charge fees so much, you're there to help, but always explain the fee cost before you deliver the service. Don't leave it till after. It will take time, but there's no way around now getting used to charging fees and getting your customers used to paying for them. Okay, that's it for this time. Next time I'll cover a couple of other subjects, including giving you a couple of tidbits from our pharmacy wages benchmarking survey. Okay, cheers for now. Hugh Lopdell, Oak Park Chartered Accountants.